Hello there and welcome to something a little different this time. As you may be aware, there was an information leak, or an alleged information leak, at the beginning of the week on Mass Effect 4, and today I really just wanted to talk about the legitimacy of it, and maybe throw in some of my thoughts as to what I'd like to see in Mass Effect 4, whilst playing the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, of course. Okay, so it's the first time I've played this for a while, so I do apologise if I'm really poor at this. Okay, but without further ado, it's time to look at the legitimacy of this. Well, EA have done this before with Dragon Age Inquisition. The story is that they produced a survey in which they leaked information about the game. This doesn't mean that this is definitely true. This is completely unverified at the moment. But looking through some of the things they've been saying, it looks as if the game isn't actually going to change very much, which does fall in line with the way that Bioware do things. I mean, if you play Dragon Age Inquisition on the next gen, it still doesn't feel that different, even to the very first Dragon Age game. There's a definite structure to it, and it very much feels like a Dragon Age game still. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the story first off. Okay, so we're set in the Helios cluster of the Andromeda Galaxy, removed by time and space from the Mass Effect Commander Shepard trilogy and its ending. Again, I think we already knew this. This is quite common knowledge. It has nothing to do with the first three. I still expect there to be some callbacks and things like that to it. Maybe you pick up an object from years and years ago or something. Although saying it's removed from space means that perhaps they're just considering this completely new story with nothing at all from the old games. Okay, there's things like hundreds of solar systems. It's supposed to be 4 times the size of Mass Effect 3, which is absolutely huge. I spent hours looking around the Mass Effect 3 universe. You have some new species, the Remnants, squad mates, same as previous games. Again, it really seems like this adds to the legitimacy of it, because it probably benefits them if they keep things very much the same, and Bioware usually do this. So you look at something like Dragon Age 2, where they changed quite a lot in that and people just didn't like it at all. Okay, exploration and customization. Okay, again, pilotable ship to discover hundreds of solar systems. You're looking at upgrading your Mako vehicle, which is a new kind of like little twist, and they will look at doing things like making slight adjustments here and there. Hundreds of planets to explore. You can build settlements on habitable planets, which does sound really cool. I imagine they're probably going to run things like you have to find ways of running them, perhaps adding a political side to it, settling arguments. It all adds towards the kind of like a similar sort of vein to Dragon Age Inquisition or something like that. Yeah, so there we go. That's a lot of the things we've seen. You've also got the mission types and multiplayers: Remnant Vault Raids, Ancient Ruins in 2 variants, Standard, accessed by finding and activating Remnant monoliths, explored to find a powerful artifact. Again, there was something very similar to this in Mass Effect 3, where you had your little ship going around and you could just explore things and acquire extra materials, artifacts and things like that for your ship. So it sounds like it's an extension of that again. The actual multiplayer, though, is going. If they say it's going to be similar to Mass Effect 3, which, to be honest, coming back and playing this has massively changed. It really has. They've added so much content for this, which again is good news for fans of Dragon Age Inquisition, because they'll probably be doing a similar thing to that. They'll be adding more enemies, more characters, things like that. So again, it will. When Mass Effect 4 comes out, if they're going to follow the same path, it's going to be easy to say, oh, I don't like this at first, there's not enough in it, but it's something they'll add to over time, I'm guessing. So I know a lot of people that did have a problem with Dragon Age Inquisition for that. But yeah, I mean, that aside, that's more or less all the things you're looking at. It's really just an extension of what is already a very good game in Mass Effect 3, just completely reset, and this really isn't giving much away, if I'm perfectly honest with you. That's why I feel as if there could be legitimacy to this. It's really a lot of recycled information, things we already knew and things like that. But what would I personally like to see out of it? Well, to be honest, I've been playing a lot of Faster Than Light, FTL, on the PC, And I've really been enjoying that, and I'd love if they added something like you could have space battles of some sort, you know, some ships flying around, pew pew pew, and all that kind of stuff. Perhaps you could have an upgradable ship or something like that, you know, you could add weapons to it and stuff like that from getting through battles, even if it was just a simple turn-based thing, a bit like Faster Than Light, or something like that. I think that would be very cool, because sometimes the little bits where you're floating through space on Mass Effect 3 did feel as if they were just there to extend out the game, really, and it would be nice to actually have something in there to actually give you something to do whilst you're exploring space. Apart from that, I like the direction this is going in according to this information. I'm sure if you look up on other sources, because this has been out for about a week now, you can get more detailed information about this stuff. But at the moment, yeah, this is one of the games which I was most looking forward to on the next gen, and this has just got me more excited for it. Really why I wanted to do this. The only thing is this information was leaked on Reddit, and as you know, anyone can post anything on Reddit, really. So it's not come from a news source or anything like that that's going to be able to add any definite answer to it, but it is still sounding very much on the level. It sounds like the kind of thing Bioware would be doing, so I think you can be hopeful about this. And just in one final word, I just wanted to say that I am really enjoying this Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I'm definitely going to have to play around with this again for the next in the next few days or something like that, see if I can unlock some more of these characters and see how interesting their skills are and things like that. Again, something very much to look forward to in Dragon Age Inquisition when they start adding more characters. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed me throwing in my 2 cents anyway. See you again soon. Bye!